Ladies and gentlemen, I am Jim the Fuzzy. Welcome back to Sid Meier's Civilization 5. When we left off, we were getting close, very, very close, to being able to finally launch our perpetual bombardment upon Delhi. 3 turns away from commencing it. No, 4. We have to move in 4 cannons, and then on the next turn we can set them all up and begin firing. The idiot. Okay, Vancouver's an ally with Poland. Gandhi made peace with Singapore and Vancouver and Poland are no longer allies. Buenos Aires. And Budapest has given us a new unit.
The winds and the waves are always on the side of the ablest navigators.
Alright. Here are our best musketmen. Advances in on the enemy artillery. There is nothing they can do about that now. And I'm going to put him on alert. Another cannon. Well, Budapest. I suppose I can always use some backup. So bring it here. And it will go in to replace anything I lose. And you're going to go to sleep here. You are going to go on alert here. This guy's going to heal back up to full. You see what an amazing effect March is, especially when you combine it with the Fountain of Youth. I should have made Brasilia my training center. I can still change that. Not really easily, though. And here you get an observatory as well. But I think Fortaleza is going to get my national college. Put the National College right there. Yeah. Look at the effect when this has a university. Oh, maybe I don't want to. I'm gonna take a look at that point. But in terms of population, it's almost on par with Salvador. So Budapest gave us that cannon. Mayan are no longer the allies of Buenos Aires. Okay. Wasn't no longer. And Gandhi made peace with Singapore because Singapore dropped out of the war. Fine. I need to buy them back in time for the vote. Next turn. Alright. They got enough XP to level themselves up. Okay. Alright. Bucharest is in awe. Okay, you are now in awe. Should pledge to protect you. Actually, I shouldn't have, but whatever. You're giving us culture, so an extra 13 per turn. Wow! Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, Fortaleza. Choose production. $32 science. At this point. 32 science. And that's going to go up as the population grows. Because, wow. We need an aqueduct here. But I think National College is going to be... So public school is going to give me... another 5.5, call it 6. National College is going to be worth a whole lot more than 6. Also give me a little culture, not that I need culture. Alright. National College it is. And this city needs a university in it. Just so I can build Oxford University. Well, it's not gonna be as terrible as it could be. I do have a little bit right there. Alright. I'm gonna march up onto this hill. Again, more intelligence data. You're constructing an academy. You are gonna construct a lumber mill. You... go... Now, since I've got everything improved here... You over to here, and you're gonna build a farm. On the grain... Sophie is no longer my friend. Oh well. Budapest is... amazed by us as an... Bucharest has us as an ally and is amazed. Malacca doesn't request for us, odd. Okay, we have 500 gold. That means we can buy one city-state. Or we can buy up 2 that are very, very close. So, for example, we could buy... And no, we're not going to get Jerusalem as an ally. So how does the World Congress look? Casimir has 9. We don't want Casimir to have 9. Casimir having 9 is bad. So... Cahokia... And I'd love to buy a Malacca. I really would. But... But getting Singapore and Cahokia... It's a short-term patch. But it gives us 2 extra votes in the World Congress. And that may be critical... Even if it only lasts for a turn. And we're now up to 27 happiness. That's pretty impressive. Salvador's about to get its hydro plant out. Rio de Janeiro's a little ways away from that. Really, my only two cities that can. Delhi might have one, I don't know. Yeah, it has one. So I'll only be able to have 3 hydro plants in my empire. I figured it did. But Rio de Janeiro, way too good of a spot. Way too good of a spot for to not put up a hydro plant. Where Rio de Janeiro was, I did not build a mine here. How odd. You go do that. But where Rio de Janeiro was, there is the sheer amount of tiles that have the adjacency to rivers is just stupidly huge. It's... Once this is done, you are going to see my production skyrocket. Well, not skyrocket, but... It's at 36 right now. Base of 28. That's going to get a lot higher. Yeah. Still got 3 tiles that have not been claimed for the city. Though... More than 3. It's also got these 3 and that 1 and... Rio, man. Rio. Jeez, you've been slacking. Well, I guess Sao Paulo's got all the culture. And Fortaleza. Sao Paulo should be my national college. Oh yeah, you get the national college, jeez. Why did I even consider building in Fortaleza? Fortaleza needs is a factory, not the national college. Sao Paulo needs the national college. And it needs a trade route. It needs production being shipped to it because it has almost no production capabilities. I should have addressed that a lot earlier. Sorry, Fortaleza, you're gonna be on your own. Sao Paulo needs the help. Alright. Well. Let's see about getting this positioned. Another archaeologist running off somewhere. I don't know where. Hope they finish up in time for me to get the, probably won't get to keep the reward. Still, we're not in the worst shape. Now, why did they decide to go that way? Losing graphs on Vancouver. Okay. Okay. I have 6. So I'm gonna drop 4. How many can Pocatello assign to that? 3. Gandhi can also assign 2. He would be interested in it. So I'm going to put 5 there and 1 there. I'm pretty sure this is going to get shot down even harder. However, I think I'll do that. Yes. I'm sure. Culture. To ideology. This is where we're going to start adding level 2 tenets. And Arsenal Democracy is interesting because this actually is good for winning a diplomatic victory. Normally, you get +5 influence when you gift a military unit to a city-state, and you have a cooldown of 3 turns, I believe, before you can send another one. This gives you +15 influence, and a bonus to production when building military units. But we're not interested in that right now. The only 2 level 2 tenets we're interested in are New Deal, which is landmarks and great person improvements produce +4 of the appropriate yield, and universal suffrage. Specialists in cities produce half the normal amount of unhappiness. Golden Ages last 50% longer. We want universal suffrage first. Why? Well, mostly because we're getting close to a golden age, and we don't have enough landmarks and great person improvements to make New Deal worthwhile just yet. Although, so, universal suffrage is going to pay off. It's not going to pay for itself, but it is going to give us a nice boost. Since the golden age is 20% more culture, this gives us 50% longer golden ages. This gives us another turn. I think golden ages are 10 turns. So this gives us another 5. If golden ages are 10 turns, then this, right now, every golden age we trip is going to give us 1 more turn worth of culture. That's just raw culture production. That's not even counting the bonus gold, the bonus production, and the effects of that. Plus, it gives us more happiness. Not as much, mind you, but... Oh. Tamoak's an unoccupied city again? Why? Okay, so you just have to keep the courthouse there for all eternity. Fine. And, okay, so what's the next naval unit? So... frigates upgrade into battleships. So if I was going to wait for the highest end unit, I'd have to wait until right here. Way too long for me to wait. And you're going to add to queue. You're going to build... privateers are interesting. Because, if I remember correctly, you don't know who their owner is. So you can deploy some privateers, and nobody will know who their owner is, and you'll get money for hitting cities and capturing other ships. It's all well and good, but at the moment, I think a frigate would suit our purposes better. Followed by a seaport. And then a public school. And throw in an opera house. A stock exchange. And there we go. And that's done. Okay, that worker is now done with that task. That is a lot of bananas. Going to send you over to right here. You are in position. Everyone's in position except for you. You are distinctly out of position. Kinda, well, Delhi must have been building him. So set up a ranged attack and ranged attack. You. I'm also going to move you. Muskman has managed to ruin all my plans. I'm gonna have to march through one tile of Delhi. This guy's probably gonna die. You set up. You fire. Go. This Muskman has a promotion to fight in hills better. Think he could survive. I think he could survive blast from Delhi. Maybe. Brazilian once dies, fine. Vancouver's nearly no longer friends, fine. You see, this is why I was bringing up that other cannon. And I was thinking to put it right here just in case something really bad happened. I could just move it to right. I could move these two up and start shooting. In fact, I probably should. These two are heavily promoted. This one is not. This one is promoted. So, he's going after the weakest of all my cannons. Alright then. I suppose there is that. Well, I should come move him up here. Delhi is probably busy. I could go pillage the manufactory. You know, that might be a good idea. I don't know how fast Delhi can churn out units, but... You know, if it's one every 3 turns, then I'm in a lot of trouble. How much do musketmen cost? 150. There is a chance they can turn out one every 3 turns, or faster. Which puts me in a really bad strategic situation. As I'm sure you can guess. Because without... I have to do the push. I think I have to. We're gonna see what happens. I don't think they can kill any of these cannons right out. And maybe I'll be able to blast them for enough damage that, I don't know, something happens. Oh, Monaco finally flipped. That's good news. Carson Sam, Malacca got hit with a missionary, let's be honest. So it is still going, it's still slowly drifting towards Islam, but not very quickly. Budapest is going to flip in our favor first. And once Budapest flips, here's the interesting thing. Budapest will flip. They'll flip Virgin and Angara, just off sheer amount of pressure. Because it'll be 36 to 24, so that'll take some time, but it'll still flip. I should probably send a missionary. That actually seems like a really good idea. That'll force Sofia to flip. Because all of a sudden the pressure will be 27 to 24. And Delhi, well, we can deal with Delhi. Even if it takes us an inquisitor and some missionaries. We can do what we can with that city. Anyway, we're coming in the episode. Though I did want to mention one thing. And that is related to trade routes. One thing you may have noticed is that naval trade routes are generally worth a lot more. Mostly because if you look under their revenue screen here, because that's where it's shortest, you'll see Sea Route 2x. There is a you double the amount of money you make from a trade route simply by sending it over a boat. This has to do with historically that boats carried a lot more stuff. How much can you carry in a wagon train as opposed to how much can you carry in a boat? To this day, cargo ships are still the fastest. Not that it's still the fastest, but if you want to move a lot of goods, they are the fastest. And the most cost-effective way of getting stuff around the world. That's exactly what your trade routes are supposed to be doing. They are getting stuff around the world in order to make you money. So, any civilization which starts with a coastal bias, such as Korea, here you'll see Seoul is right on the coast. Since your capital city has a tendency to have better things near it, the game seems to like prioritizing like luxuries and bonuses and at least one strategic resource. As you see, we have spices here and marble and coal. All of that makes Rio de Janeiro better for trade. If it was on the coast, all that would double in value. Unfortunately, it is not on the coast. If you get something like pearls, again, increases the value of trade. So, you do run into a spot of... Oh, for instance, a religion. You do run into a spot of certain civilizations have a much better financial setup. At least for trade routes. Venice being another one. But Venice is all about the trade, so... Makes sense, right? Anyway. That brings us to the end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Jim of the Fuzzy, and I hope to see you again next time.